So, did you know that you could find your Venus animal spirit? And the crazy thing that I've discovered in finding this is that when I match it with celebrities, they kind of look like them. So, have we just unlocked using the tools of astrology and the gene keys how to create your irresistible profile? Take a look at this, you guys. Ice Spice, which is a rising star rapper, has the spirit animal of the bear. And yeah, I found the various different bears when I was looking this up, but I found this bear that was almost the exact same hair color as hers. And look how crazy, like, it looks real, right? Check this out. This is the first one that I did. I posted on my Facebook. It has the Rihanna and Sierra. That's right. I was posting it because of Sierra, because of all the controversy with her dress. So I posted her, Rihanna, and Beyonce, all of them wearing a similar dress just to show the women's empowerment. But then when I found their spiritual animal, I was flabbergasted. So Beyonce's spirit animal is a bat. It's the life key animal in the gene keys of her Venus placement. Rihanna is the deer, and Ciara is the whale. So, what I found is that, like, the aesthetic of your beauty kind of matches your spirit animal. Check this one out. We've got Nikki with her spirit animal, which is a polar bear. And this is Gene Key 11, which is about like illumination. And her beauty profile is very bright. And it makes a lot of sense with the polar bear because when you put some of her pictures next to a polar bear, you can kind of see the aesthetic. Not only do you see like the similarity in like the colors, but also just in the nuance of the essence. Am I getting some here? Like, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? It's kind of amazing. So, if you would like for me to give you a Venus profile reading, find out your spirit animal amongst so many other things like fashion and beauty profile, your venue, your archetype, then just look below and you'll find that information. But if you want to know how to look up your spirit animal right now and get started on your own, let me show you how it's done. So you're going to need the degrees of your Venus in your natal chart. Okay, so we're using the Gene Keys system, but we're not using the Gene Keys profile. Okay, and I haven't even tested it because the Gene Keys profile has its own Venus sequence. And some of you might find that your natal chart Venus is in the sequence, but it's not always the case. So, this formula that I have just discovered is based off of your natal Venus placement. Okay, your natal Venus placement. And you're going to look up the degrees and the minutes. You're going to need that because some of them cut off by the minute, okay? And you're going to match your Venus placement with this graph. Okay, so if you see and you need to know, you're going to need to know a little bit of astrology. So you need to know if your Venus is in a cardinal sign, a fixed sign, or a mutable sign. You're going to find the degree, and then you're going to scroll to the left and find the zodiac, and there is going to be what we call your gene key assignment. Once you find your gene key assignment, you'll look up the gene key. Okay, this brings you to the one of the examples of how it looks like. This is gene key 11, and you'll see that I clicked the dream arc, which is right there on the left. This brings you to the animal totems assigned to the gene keys. The gene keys is just such a cool system. Now you'll see that there's various levels. I choose the life key animal to do the Venus work. And that's how you do it. Look at Ice Spice again, how very similar her animal spirit being a bear actually looks like her look. So just remember that how I like to describe Venus as being superficial. And so Venus helps you to kind of adorn what goes on top, right? It's to help with the material look of all that you have. But also Venus has an essence and a frequency of attraction. So when you tap into your Venus zodiac sign house placement and the gate and the gene keys that your Venus sits at, you get a a more in-depth look at your Venus frequency. And the key is that Venus doesn't really like to be very deep. But from this way of doing it, it's very fun. The animals kind of give this primal energy to it because Venus is very seductive. Like, to be seductive, you have some of that primal energy, no matter gender, masculine or femininity, it doesn't matter, right? So Venus operates like that. So tapping into the Anna spirit really gives Venus an entire dimension that helps you to understand it without going too deep. Because, like I said, Venus is very superficial. And if you haven't checked my Venus videos out, you can. Again, if you'd like to do a reading and bypass all the steps and just have me do it for you, just see the information down below. See you guys in the next video.